AI and the collapse of Western society. Yeah, that book that we read saying how things have always been fucked up. I'm thinking maybe I need to read that again because it makes you feel better about how things are today. It seems like things are really fucked up now, but I kind of think they are if the rule of law is it hasn't gone out the window, but we have judges that aren't acting the way they should. And anyway, maybe I need to reread that book. I don't know.
Well, or try to read it through a different, like a European's eyes during World War One or something. And would you still think that's true?
What, that society is more fucked up now than it ever has
Well,
been?
that things have always been fucked up, and it's not as bad as you think. Or, I mean,
I
if
think,
you were being threatened to be gassed to death with mustard gas,
oh,
would you
yeah.
have that same perspective?
No, I would think that was worse
Yeah, I would think so.
because
So
we're fine right
I
now.
think there are peaks and valleys, and I mean we're for the most of our lives have been valleys. I mean, Vietnam War notwithstanding, but we didn't have to go to war. We were
Yeah.
the right age to go to the Vietnam War, or even leave the country for that reason. I mean, who knows? Well, I mean, that's a
No,
whole
I
thing.
know.
I
And
don't
we've
know what
never,
I would have done. It's something that I can look back at and go, oh, I would have been this way. Well, I don't know that's even true.
yeah, I don't think we know that either. I think most, I think we probably would have gone to war because of peer pressure and societal pressure. And that's what all young men that are honest, upstanding young men did. I think we probably would have gone to war if we had to.
I don't know. I guess it would have depended upon what my dad might have said. And I'm not sure that he would have, having gone through war like that in World War II, I'm not sure he would have said that. I'm
Hmm.
not sure he would have. If I said I wanted to leave, I'm not sure he wouldn't have agreed with that. I don't know.
Oh, oh,
I just won't know. I'll never know that.
yeah. Well, yeah, that reminds me of like people that think that slavery was so bad and I never would have been a slave owner. It's like, no, if you lived back in the times of slavery, you probably would have been a slave owner because that was the normal thing you did. Not everybody was, but
So what I like about your setup with that is that you hesitated and you said, well, I don't know if I what I would have done if I was a slave owner.
well, curiously, there were some slaves that got their freedom that actually bought more slaves. So a black guy gets his freedom and he has more black slaves. There were black slave
No,
owners.
there were
It's
in
weird.
Africa. There were in Africa. I mean, there were blacks selling blacks in Africa to the white people.
Well, that's how we got the slaves.
A lot of them,
Is
yeah.
yeah. It
And
wasn't whites that went in there.
well, I mean that also happened because it's commerce. It's what people do. When money can be made, and it didn't really matter at that point in time whether it was another living soul. Um,
Yeah.
it was they had value, and that's what happened. But I mean, even Native Americans owned slaves.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
you know,
You were
it's
lucky if you were a slave. You would either be raped and tortured and killed or tortured and killed, or if you were young enough, you would become basically a slave or part of you. Yeah, you'd be integrated into the tribe. So yeah,
But certainly
terrible.
not. This is not like every tribe, and it's not. You know, I mean, these are isolated incidences, but
I wouldn't say isolated.
I wrote a short story about Bass Reeves, and do you know who Bass Reeves is?
Yeah.
He was the first African American Texas Ranger. Not Ranger. I'm sorry, he's a Marshal, U.S. Marshal, not Texas
Okay.
Ranger. He would go into the territories because white marshals were afraid to go into the territories because they were run by Indians. And so Bass Reeves went in as a minority at that time, and he learned some of the language so he could talk to the different tribes and get these people. And he brought back like something like, it's an extraordinary number of outlaws. He brought back like 3,000 people to be arraigned in front of Judge Parker, and over his lifetime. I mean, it's mythological, really. It's mythological about what he did.
This is Bass Reeves.
Yes. So he was sent to Paris, Texas, and Paris, Texas had the first, and I want to say only, public lynching of a black man in the country. And the population of Paris, Texas had a certain number of African Americans in it. So he was sent there, I think, to, calm the situation down, because you've got a black population, you've got a white population, and they've publicly hanged a black man.
Lynching or legal punishment?
I think it was legal.
Okay.
And so you've got a powder keg, and so he could have sent. Yeah, no, it's a fascinating story. It's a pretty well-known story, except for the fact that most people don't know of it. The people that know of it pretty well, and the people that don't really know of it. You didn't know of it.
I didn't.
And you know things.
But I made a note to look it up.
But you know things.
Some things.
So why didn't you know it?
Oh, I don't know everything.
Well, one reason you don't know it is because we aren't taught that stuff. Yeah. And that's history. It's a well-documented history. I came at it through science fiction. There was a call for a story that involved Bass Reeves encountering H.G. Wells' Martians from War of the Worlds. So it happens at the same period of time. So why not? Why wouldn't there be an intersect, right? So he's out. He doesn't even. There's a call from the headquarters of the Marshal's headquarters through telegram that there's this speculation that's happening, and we want you to go check it out, and that's how it all starts. But and then he encounters them, and it's quite interesting. But anyway, that all isn't part of the history.
Okay.
That's the untold story. That actually all happened, but it was never documented.
Until now.
That's correct.